And we're off. So welcome again to Specter of Torment. This game is a prequel to the Shovel Knight.
Yeah, we're taking a look right now at Specter's inherent abilities. He has the ability to climb up walls, do dash attacks whenever he is airborne to enemies and lanterns, so long as you see the reticle up here.
Brass had a little bit of trouble with that skull. Jumped a touch too early.
Those
So
skulls... Go ahead.
Yeah, so in the first couple of stages, we're going to try to utilize those dashes as much as we can, because it's a bit faster than walking.
Ooh, I wonder if any of them will go for double dashes. We're starting to get to the point where runners are using a lot more difficult and technical abilities. But I digress. I'm looking for the amount of skulls that they're getting. They're both on the same route, and skulls are used to unlock their curios. Curios are Specter's sub-weapons, and them being on the same route means that they're both getting the same weapon, the one that will actually be used to take down bosses. They're going to be getting another curio called Judgment Rush that's more movement-based. They're both looking for the Bounding Soul, which is very powerful. Oh, unfortunately, Brass missed a single jump version of that skull grab. It's a little tricky.
Taking a little bit of a safety with health rest as well. So, a lot of this game is like the early route is the early part of the game is the hardest part of the game. And it's just because in order to get the curios that we want, we have to fight the correct bosses.
Brass having a little more trouble here. That was a recoil bounce off the dragon's back. That is the gentle skull grab. There are some little clever ways of making it through rooms. David approaching the first boss, Black Knight. This guy can be fairly difficult if you decide to get too aggressive. You need to have a certain amount of patience with him. The stunlock on Black Knight requires positioning. Hopefully, David, it looks like he's using the right visual cue. You want to keep him from getting past that waterfall. Any closer or any further away, and Terrapin will escape. Nicely done. Ooh, that was a little close there on Brass's screen. You can see how much further out Terrapin got. And that means that the stage is actually going to take a little bit longer to finish, because Terrapin, as you might have just seen on David's screen, has to break a hole in the wall for Specter to leave. So this is the tower lobby, and you can see the different vendors available to us. Red, who offers our weapons, Manny, who unlocks our armors, and Missy, who will offer us any mist wisps throughout the stages. Now, like JC said before, the beginning of the game is extremely difficult for Spectre runners. That's also because, as he said, we unlock specific weapons by stages that we beat, but Flying Machine not only gives us the weapon we need, it is one of the most treacherous stages. You get money based on how difficult the stage supposedly is. Ooh, that was a little scary for Brass.
Oh my.
Lost a little bit of time there, but yeah, just another way to show that Flying Machine is no joke. You get 3,000 gold for defeating Propeller, but there is a lot of ways to instantly die in this level. He got a little stuck in the wind there.
Brass got stuck on mine.
He was probably expecting gravity to help him out there, but he was at the very top, so he didn't get any downwards, upwards momentum.
Yep, and then another reason that we go with Flying Machine is there's a lot of low-cost skulls that we grab along the way. Let's see, we need 9 for Judgment Rush, and how much is for Bounding Soul again? Or
Just 5.
Soul? Just 5?
David doing an excellent job fighting the Dinghy Dropper. Only one hit off. Let's see if Brass can do the proper kill. Good. Oh, he missed the bombs. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he's going to have to spend a little bit more time there just whacking away to chip at this dropper. Ooh. You can't hit it from the top, and he missed the reflect on the bombs. Those deal additional damage to the Dinghy Dropper.
Yeah,
And
not
he's
only did
breaking
not only did that fight take a little bit longer as well. At the end of this auto-scroller, there's a global timer we're trying to make. So,
Oh no!
nice save.
That was careful. That was scary. This is especially scary because you already broken the first 2 checkpoints. Breaking checkpoints gets you a lot of money for them, but they no longer serve as checkpoints. There's a 750 checkpoint coming up at the end of the auto-scroller. More than likely they're gonna break it. But for Brass, that means if he takes a spill, not only does he have to repeat the auto-scroller, he has to start the entire stage over. David doing a pretty good job here, keeping up with the global fan cycles. He got past the one on the auto-scroller, and now he has to deal with one more after this jellyfish onion room. The triple Jawa room will determine basically whether or not you can get that earlier cycle. Oh, Brass going for some extra gold while David handles triple Jawa right now.
Fortunately, the only Jaws we have to deal with this run.
I'm glad they still... They only have them in one room. Of course, they would still have 3, but at least they're only in one room. Okay, and David does make it past basically all of the trouble rooms.
Brass missing this jelly cycle. No big deal. Big thing is survive.
Oh, he's waiting. Right. So there's a strat that I posted a while back where... Oh, Jesus Christ,
gosh.
no!
Oh my gosh. And that's a horrible place to die.
He can't get that money back. Now he can still complete the stage and he'll have enough money, but he has to. I would say he would have to break a checkpoint. He's looking for 5,400 by the end of this stage, and David in the meantime, yeah,
he had an 8-hit start.
He needs. Yeah, he does. He will have just enough if he goes to the juice bar. So you need 5,400 by the time you engage Propeller, which, by the way, he deals a full heart damage on all of his launch thrusts. 8 hits is okay, not bad. He's looking to try and stay grounded for the majority of the fight. Every time Spectre does a dash attack, he ends up spending a long time in the air. Now, to make up for that extra bit of gold that he's missing, he's going to have to go upstairs to the juice bar. David, in the meantime, is heading to the Explodatorium.
It's a pretty fun stage.
So David now has Rail Mail, which he got from waking up Manny. You're going to see Brass pick that up in a bit. And Rail Mail allows you to treat every stage as though you could grind on rails. Normally something you only see in Stranded Ship and the second to last stage. The Explodatorium is a pretty dangerous stage. All of the hazards are usually either deal a full heart of damage or end up setting you back and offsetting your... There are global cycles on this stage as well. We're looking for pot lids, which David is about to see. Those all come up and down from the moment you begin the level. He did miss the first one, but that's okay. He only missed like half a cycle there. The bigger issue is later on with the fire trap room. Now, the spiked pot lid tops actually deal a heart and a half of damage. Rat explosions deal a full heart. Dropped potions from these macabras, these purple birds, those deal a full heart of damage as well. So this stage is extremely deadly. Oh man, David on half a heart. Ooh boy. Okay, he went for the slightly safer tactic.
Nice thing about that Judgment Rush, it does give you like half a second of invulnerability right after you use it too.
Yeah, there's a small cooldown after you've been sent flying, before you can get hit. Oh boy, Brass, don't get crushed. Okay. Meanwhile, David is now in that fire trap room. You can't really rush your way through this room. You'll just end up damage boosting a ton for no reason.
Oh, barely made that one.
Nice, they're both doing very good now.
Yep, and then this race is still far from over.
David got caught on... I hate that room. It's so easy to get stuck on walls. One of the problems with Spectre constantly wall climbing is that you can very easily end up just walking up walls repeatedly. Now, it's impossible to one-cycle the Alchemizer without a weapon, but Brass is going to get as much damage in as he can, while David deals with Plague Knight.
Really nice Alchemist fight.
David wants to get... this should be fine. A little more damage.
no.
Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, you don't want to... You want to stay doing steady DPS on Plague Knight once he's around 4 health, because he'll spend more time at that point locked into a desperation move where he fills the room with VATS. So it's a solid chance to try and finish the fight before he teleports one more time. Having completed 2 of the night stages after Plains, David is now in the first memory, while Brass heads into the Plague Knight fight. Again, Plague Knight constantly teleporting around and making clones of himself. The only way you can tell the real one from the fakes is by the color of the flasks. And I was told that the body color is a little bit different, but it's definitely the potions.
Flask.
Yeah, that's what I noticed most.
And you have a fairly small window. Some of the frames actually do look the same color still.
He actually had a pretty good fight there. You can tell by the music that
cool.
the fight didn't drag on too long.
Yep. And Brass definitely does need to make less mistakes, do a lot cleaner movements in order to try to catch up. But of course, this is a really hard run. There's still a lot of places where you can easily die and close up gaps anyways.
He's about, I would say, like 500 gold short of where I'd like to see him, but maybe after the stage he'll have gotten a little bit more money. He could pick up some extra gold. Yep. The first memory is much like Shovel Knight's dream sequences, where they're just loaded with cash. Meanwhile, David picked up the Bounding Soul, which he unlocked the ability to purchase after defeating Plague Knight. And with it, he can now chuck these cursed souls that look kind of like uncooked meatballs. They're not very potent, unfortunately. You can have 2 on the screen at a time. They fire at 45-degree angles, and they will not pierce enemies, so they're not that great, but there is an upgrade vendor that can make all that different.
Yep, and then that upgrade is what makes this route a lot faster than the Excalibur route that you might have seen earlier in this tournament. The original route that we used. Meanwhile, David's in Lost City.
Yeah, there's a lot of dangerous tricks in Lost City. It's easy to fall into a pit of lava, land on spikes. There's also a lot of high damage hazards in the stage. Looking for falling lava. Those ogres deal a full heart with all of their attacks.
Made the cycle nice.
Yeah, that green lantern, because this is such a long room, those green lanterns are moving from the moment you pass by the red checkpoint, basically. Ooh, David going for the hundo trick. Very good stuff. That's actually the fastest way through the room. It's a little scary, but it's also optimal to grab the skull like that.
Yep. That strat wasn't around last time I ran this game full time.
Oh, he's going for the Bounding Soul rebound as well. Good stuff.
Love it.
Very strangely, the Bounding Soul bouncing against the ledge right there, it manages to hit the goo wall from the other side somehow.
Yep, so another thing about Judgment Rush is, in order for Spectre to actually rush around, there has to be an enemy to target. But if there's nothing around, we can actually use the buffer so we can actually climb walls longer than we should.
Yeah, Spectre just freezes up midair. I wonder if it looks like... Oh, wow! David actually went for the low percent style. That's just a little scary there.
That is extremely scary.
David's going for a lot of man strats. This is great.
He knows he needs them so he can have a chance at making it to finals.
So coming up on Mole Knight, what we're looking for is to get 2 hits on Mole Knight as he passes by. It's a little more difficult than it looks because of Spectre's constantly recoiling in the air. So to properly... Oh no, he missed the attack. He needs to get to the real one.
Oh no.
So he's definitely going to be losing a lot of time here on this fight, but he had more than enough health to tank quite a few hits.
Yep. And then unlike Shovel Knight, you're not able to hit one of those projectiles back to hurt, unfortunately.
Yeah, Spectre can only clear projectiles out of the way.
Yeah, the PBs are like 30 seconds apart.
Right, and the other thing to note is that Brass is using a color code. He's actually using my color code. He normally uses a like a Mega Man style blue on blue. But the color code is just cosmetic. It doesn't actually affect gameplay. While David's using the default, so his color will change anytime he switches armor.
And which we won't see for the rest of this run. With this route. Oh wow, fired a few miss hits.
David going for
oh my,
the advanced strat on Reese. It's actually not too hard. You just have to commit to bouncing the balls in the correct spots. Is he gonna? Nice. He does finish him off before that last teleport. Reese will actually disappear for like about 5 or 6 seconds if you let him get away one more time on low health. So now we're going to see Brass do the same upgrade. Going up to Legion, it's 3,000 gold to wake Legion up, and then 4,000 for the upgrade itself.
A little bit of trouble right there getting up there.
He was going for the double dash. I applaud him for trying. Could be a little tricky if you're not used to it. Ooh, that was interesting. I like that. Preventing the bonk by jumping. Ooh, he almost got the backwards damage boost in Snail Parade Room. Interesting. Brass just got a teleportless intro here. That might be something worth looking into.
Huh.
Basically, Reese is fairly predictable. Ooh, he does kill him before the last teleport as well. David is a little low on mana. Yeah, he's not going to have enough mana. He wants to Judgment Rush as soon as he enters this room, so instead he's going to have to fall to the bottom. He's also a little low on money. I hope he knows that. I would prefer to have an extra 100 at least.
Yep, but then how much darkness do you guys do with B-ball again? 3?
This is the last stage where they're at 2. They need 4 darkness total, and those upgrades are all 4 each, unless if they go and pick them up in the stage, but that takes forever.
Way too long.
So David is fighting 420 fish. His actual name is the Teflon, but unfortunately this fish loves to stay really high in the air, which makes it difficult to take care of him normally. Lots of good bounces there. Excellent
Very
stuff.
nice fight.
Yeah, the Bounding Soul already showing like how powerful it can be.
Oh yeah, it has a lot more stacking ability than Skelebros can.
Yeah, Skelebro, per toss, throws out 5 bullets when upgraded, which is technically more damage than the 2 that you'll get per shot of the Bounding Soul. But Skeletal Sentry is very limited. It can't hit anything that's really high up in the air. And the Bounding Soul, as you'll see later on, can also be consistently juggled with. So you can get a nice dribble going in some corners and deal extra damage to bosses. David, I hope he can... Oh, wow. That was pretty scary.
Nice Bertha strat.
That's Big Bertha. She deals 2 full hearts of damage with any body contact. There's only one other thing that deals that much damage in the run, and we'll never see it. So she's basically the most lethal thing we have to deal with. Brass having a pretty good fight, too. He got all of those balls to hit twice, at least. David did realize he was short on money. He broke the last checkpoint. It's a little scary, but he is on full health with treasure. And he does know the strat, so he's got good placement here. Yeah, each of those balls just did a heart and a half. Nice. Perfect. That was a great quick kill.
And a very low kill too as well.
See how Brass makes it through Big Bertha. Oh no! Any hiccups tend to terrify me because she can easily ruin your day.
And YCG, they decided to be really nice. They gave us 2 health up refills in that room just to deal with her.
like the first time you see her is probably going to be the only time you see her if you don't have that food there. So Brass pretty good on money, does make it past the missile room, no problem. And now it's his turn to deal with treasure. Well, David goes to the Lich Yard.
Great kill as well.
So this is a stage, the Lich Yard, normally where there'd be a lot of busy work to be done for the Skeletal Sentry route. They would still be short on a lot of money. They would still be having to grab skulls to unlock the weapon itself. But as the Bending Soul is already gotten, they don't have to do anything but fly through the level.
You also see some nice uses of Judgment Rest with this route. Thanks to not spawning as many enemies.
David looks like he's actually really familiar with all the stages. This is great. He's actually playing really smoothly. The last couple rooms can be kind of scary. I have always taken the safety checkpoint on the dark room in races. Something to note about Judgment Rush is that it's actually not as free as simply using it the moment you enter a room. There's a couple of limitations on it. First of all, the enemy has to be somewhere where Spectre can physically exist afterwards. If it would put him in a wall, it's just not going to target that enemy. And also can't target enemies that are on the same Y-axis as Spectre. That was a little scary for Brass. He could have taken a dip in the drink, and that is not a friendly pool. So hopefully we're going to see David get a good kill here on Phantom Striker. This is basically the reason why Bounding Soul is so popular. It can deal so much damage to... Oh, nice. He did get the...
Yeah, this is one of the scariest bosses in the other routes. Since Judgment Rush is so little against them. Almost got him. There we go.
Not bad. He had one extra teleport from the perfect quick kill.
Brass getting hit.
Oh, Brass did not grab the checkpoint. Please be careful, my dude.
He's fine. Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. This is fine.
It's fine.
So now it's 5. Go ahead.
As Brass entering Phantom Strike with 5 health home, we get to enter our favorite part of Spectre Knight campaign. Fighting Shield Knight.
Oh man, Luan was far behind David. I'm not sure what his movement was through the room, but yeah, there's a chance that Luan will run ahead of you. You have to kind of follow a specific way through that room, and then you only have a chance of Luan to actually run ahead of you. We do need him, since he's been kind of like acting as our lanterns, to be able to get through the level. So David's already been making a bit of use of them. You're going to see Brass pick them up now. Luan actually hands you caltrops that were present in the first stage, but going out of your way for them takes too long. David did not get both of them to hit on the first pass. This is going to offset the Shield Knight pattern. So unfortunately...
That was a little bit scary since you can't get as many hits right there. This is one of those fights that you really don't want to let drag out very long.
He's on a hard and a half. This is a little scary. Oh, he got up on the ceiling?
That's amazing.
Oh no, please don't die! Dude, please! Oh my god, my heart.
I think that one was set up to be a double kill anyways.
Grab the checkpoint! Oh! Thank god, Brass got the checkpoint. So one of the rules for caltrops is that it has to be fully resting for Shield Knight to run over it. Otherwise her shield will allow her to block it as she passes by. And if she's doing these hard charges with her shield out, she will completely destroy the caltrop. Oh no! Oh, he's actually doing pretty okay.
How much cleaner? Much cleaner, fine. Alright, on to Clockwork Tower with some of the longer auto-scrollers.
Yeah, there's two in this stage, but one of the reasons that's actually part of why this stage is so difficult is that none of the checkpoints are really in the way. If you happen to take deaths without having grabbed at least one of them,
Oh,
no!
Like
Just
right
like
there.
that. Perfect. Oops.
I like the name.
Yeah, it was good. He was probably hoping not to see that.
And just like that, we're synced.
Wow. Yeah, just like that, one death, and they are both in the same room.
Yeah, but then basically the only checkpoint that we'll probably see them take is the very last one right before Tinker.
I would certainly hope that they grab the one immediately after the auto-scroller, and then optionally the one right before the auto-scroller. David didn't look like he hesitated at all. That death... Sometimes you'll consider grabbing another checkpoint for something like that, but I'm hoping that he just sticks to his guns here.
Oh my
god! Ooh!
That one's scary. Just a touch late.
And both of them have exactly enough mana for the intro of the stage. Yeah, it's a little tight to get all the Judgment Rushes down. He's not going for that checkpoint, and Brass isn't either. So long as they don't die in the autoscroller, they should be fine.
Yep, this is the part where you try to do the swaggiest thing you can, and and try not to fall into a hole.
This is the part where everyone gives me a heart attack as revenge for all the stuff I do. Oh my god. So JC, how was your day?
It was fantastic. Especially I can get to listen to this great music again.
Oh, absolutely. It's lovely weather here in the tower.
Lovely weather. It looks nice and warm there, unlike where it is where I am. Where I actually have to deal with frozen windshields when I wake up.
I'm so sorry to hear that, dude. So Brass got the swag skull. Shame on David. I'm gonna count that against them. Oh wow, and Brass somehow pulled ahead.
I'm not sure how that happened, but they're on that auto scroller.
You're both jumping over the top. The ceiling is actually missing in that area. They both got the Judgment Rush on the Red Duck Knight. Brass picked up the extra health. So did David. Brass got the recoil off the cog. Oh no! David missed it. It's not exactly easy. And he's taking a lot of damage for his trouble. Brass got a little tripped up. Okay, he did grab the last checkpoint as well. Well, the last one before this auto.
Do you imagine David will grab this checkpoint so he can grab that beat as well?
Yeah. It's not too terrible to grab that if you're gonna hit the checkpoint. Yeah, we're gonna start adding time to their. We're gonna start taking away time from their final time based on how many extra skulls they have.
This is a swaggy tournament. You get bonus points.
So the reason why going out of your way for extra health is not something I blame them for doing, but Tinker deals a full heart of damage with any contact with his gear. So yeah, Brass even wanting to make sure he has 5 full health. That's not uncommon.
And he's percent star on that is correct.
Ooh, he messed up on the intro a little bit there. He's getting an interesting Tinker fight, that's for sure. Once you deviate from the quick kill, you start getting some unusual patterns.
Yeah. And then this is the part where the dash actually sucks. Since you bounce it over everything, you bounce on anything that you don't kill.
Oh my god, please, Brass.
Fortunately, wow. Unfortunately, he does get a free upgrade, or a free health go right here.
David, please.
Nice. Pattern?
Looks like Brass is going for the Judgment Rush kill, which, I'm not gonna blame him for that.
Pretty amazing fight.
David actually fell down. That's a good example of, yeah, the basketball kill basically leaves you without mana, and Judgment Rush can easily get you back to where you need to be if you happen to fall down off Tinker. So David definitely lost a lot of time on that stage. Brass Brass had a little trouble menuing there, but he has all the mana he needs for the run. Any extra money he could spend on health if he wants to, or the extra bit of darkness.
And bad
Well,
likes its cameo appearance. Just
yeah,
so we can shut him.
more potty crashing. Oh, okay.
Not sure what the cycle's gonna look like. Okay, still works.
Yeah, Brass, unfortunately dashed backwards. That cycle is pretty tight to skip past the first lava pot. Oh, no,
Oh,
and
Not quite.
yeah,
far
he
enough.
wanted to be a little more to the right. Again, Judgment Rush is,
Oh.
oh no, all positioning based. It swung him in that direction because of the fact that he was not far enough to the right. That series of screen flubs actually basically caught David back up. Brass having a little trouble getting past security. Let's see how David does. Ooh, good stuff.
Nice.
And Brass opting to use Judgment Rush in that room, while David does the rushless version. It's a little more mana conservative, which is good, in case he does some terrible mistake. Hopefully, we don't see anything.
Yeah. Well, for magic is plenty to last the entire stage.
Yeah, they both picked up an extra bit of darkness as well at some point, and we'll see how they handle the last couple rooms. There's a couple of different ways they can make it through. Okay, Brass using Judgment Rush. You can skate through that room as well. It's a little more difficult. Does get the B-ball shot. Nice job, David, as well. And this last book room, it is possible to make it through in just 5 of those pot lid cycles.
Okay, that's fine.
He's scaring me there.
Yeah, all the fast starts are scary.
Brass
Alright,
on King. The floor patterns here that are completely random, so sometimes King can give you a good pattern, and you'll get a lot of lucky bounces. But because you're basing this kill on the geometry of the room, you could end up losing a lot of time. Brass getting the very shameful card fetty.
Very. Still a couple seconds ahead.
Good lord. This is so close. So one tragic cutscene later, and they're on to the last night. Yo, menuing is impossible.
Yep. Mysteries a little bit. Sometimes buttons don't work.
Yo, go, Brass, go. Go, David, go. Oh no, that's the wrong room to do that.
Yeah.
You don't want to rush that guy. Mana is really tight in Stranded Ship. He wanted to do Judgment Rush where David just did it, so Brass is now pretty low.
I wonder if he knows about... Because there's a little... That first ice block does have a small mat darkness in there.
Oh, but it takes forever to get.
Not forever.
I'm willing to bet it's an eternity for me. He should still be able to get the quick kill on this bird if he knows how to space it properly. That looks good. Ooh, nice! Oh my god, he almost didn't grab the ladder. David also getting the quick kill. Good stuff. Brass knows he's light on mana. He's skipping out on some the basketball strats for the rooms. Oh, okay, so he's going to keep this one. Where is he going to save mana? This is a chance for David to catch up, just because of that. Wow, Brass got the single jump there. And Brass also nailing both of the from downtown shots.
That's really nice strat.
Brass does need to farm a little bit of mana, or he's gonna be short. Well, then again, the Wisdom Dash is also kind of tricky, so I don't blame him if he doesn't want to go for that.
Yeah. If nothing else, that gives him his free refill while doing this the intended way. Get a refill if he wants it.
And David will just, yeah, he's doing the rush there. Nice. Oh my god, the terrifying way. Okay, so you can actually beat the snow that falls down and covers the spikes. You can beat that to the spikes and just die.
And that's always tragic.
Is no bueno. Wow. So now this is really gonna come down. Okay, Brass, a little bit of safety there. Oh my god! He actually took longer getting that checkpoint. They're both caught up again. This is kind of a weird quick kill.
Oh, no.
You can't keep taking damage forever on this guy. Oh my god, please! David pulls ahead. Brass, please!
One more. There we go. Yeah, Brass ended up on the wrong side of Polar Knight while trying to skate down. He was hoping to slash Polar Knight the entire way that way.
Yeah, he was a little bit ahead of him. So now they're both on the last stage. Gonna get one more visitor, and then they're on their way to Tower 1. Now, the game has been kind enough to allow you to pick any stage at any time, so they were kind of like, oh, okay, well, we'll make it, you know, fairly accessible even if you pick this level first.
Sorry, applesauce. Halloween being over doesn't mean we stop playing Spooky Night.
No, things are getting even spookier now. This stage has hazards and contraptions and puzzles from every stage.
In dangerous cycles.
Both of them actually. Okay, so Brass just barely messed up there, but David had a good first room there, and he's also getting the setup for the the one book room.
I love that one. I like that one was found.
Oh no! He tried to go for the ride on the spikes there. Brass opting to use just Judgment Rush to get across the room. A little bit slower, but it obviously worked out better for him.
Yeah.
Oh, Brass!
There goes that cycle.
Yeah, he could try to get past the... Why would you do that?
He's alive.
Okay.
Huh. Yes, like, if you don't make that cycle, you might as well not do that Judgment Rush.
And then he went for it anyway, just to give me a heart attack.
But that was a nice buffer to save him right there.
Okay. Oh my god, Brass! Please, 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 dude!
Wow.
You're killing me! Oh my god!
Huh.
David getting tripped up by that Gravedigger that Brass managed to jump over.
And then, I didn't see what happened. Oh yeah, I remember what happened for David's side.
Oh no, he didn't start his grind! Holy... Mother of God.
Scary, scary, scary.
But David does get the skip there. Oh my god. They keep trading. Brass having all kinds of fun. Good lord. And Brass is like, I'll get this trick. And then David will get this trick. And then I'll get this trick.
I bet they had plans.
Oh, of course. Collusion. Let's see if they get the auto-scroller skip here. I actually had a death here not too long ago. It scared me. It scared the bejesus out of me. They can grab the ladder just as it spawns if they know the visual cue. Ooh, David. Nice. David did get it. And nice. They're both on their way out. Oh my god. They're coming up on Black Knight. Now,
Black Knight, if he wants to wreck your day, it's just gonna happen.
No fun. I'd be shocked if anyone got a perfect Black Knight. I don't think we've had a perfect Black Knight this entire tournament. Not the second time around. You can fight him on the air or in the ground. Brass going for the area battle. Starts it off right. David looks like he wanted to knock him down. So maybe it's a little bit... Oh no, Brass dropped it. That's unfortunate. Maybe it's a little more sure that you're going to hit Black Knight when you start the ground fight. The fight on the ground.
Yeah.
But then you have to deal with Terrapin, and Black Knight gets all these shovel drops. He starts throwing dirt at you. I just don't like this ground fight at all. And on half a heart left, he's going to start running back to Terrapin.
Nice kill right there.
David just clutched the fight out a little bit longer. Fade out on 39.54 on David's screen, 58 on Brass's screen. 4-second difference right now.
Going to the final boss.
And this, you can easily lose that time on the last boss, like just complete RNG. Now they still have some on this elevator ride up. They get a, a Legend of Zelda reference in this tile block room. Then they have some different options for getting through the elevator sections. Brass is giving me a heart attack. Please don't do that.
Brass is going for the swag. Let's see if they go up top.
Sure, we'll give him some extra bonus points for that. So they're both in the top right corner. They should be damage boosting on this last one. Yeah, and then what will David do? It looks like he's going for the rail jump. Good stuff.
Nice.
I think Brass was going for the Tolu super flip off the rising platforms. But David just saved a second on Brass there in that room. Brass, please don't die. Like, if you want to swag, just don't do it here. This is right at the end.
Yeah, basically we have RNG determining the last part of the race.
Okay, David grabbed the checkpoint. Brass also grabbing it. Looking for some corner reflex, a damage boost for positioning. Good hits there. 2, 3, 4 on David. Get lots of hits. Oh, that's risky. Is he gonna go? No, he's not gonna go under the floor. Okay, and neither should Brass. 4 health is like really pushing it. Brass had 5 left. 2 full hearts left on Enchantress. Nice corner kill. Come on, come on. Oh no, Brass with Enchantress stuck under the floor.
And can't do anything about it.
He did get the proper spacing though for Enchantress to open up vulnerability a little more easily. They're out to the last fight.
So we got Nightmare Race going up. So the big RNG thing is basically the pattern of the rails. Sometimes you get nice ones that, so you can just continually slash. But we have set patterns at each health interval.
Yeah, you're gonna see Reese pulling back after taking a heart and a half, 3 full hearts, 5 and a half, and once he's left with 2 and a half, he'll run back all of those times. So David with one more last lunge back, if he can get the quick kill, he'd be able to save 5 more seconds here, but that's really, really difficult, and he's out of mana as well.
Yep, and then this is where...
Oh wow, they're both caught up! Oh man, this is it! They only have 3 hits left.
Nice.
Okay, David finished. Oh, look up!
Get him. There we go.
By 3 seconds! Jesus.
Wow.
I don't even know what to say. Oh my god. Those are both incredible times as well.
Yeah, those are amazing times. Amazing fights. Each having a death, not letting that phase them. And then I think that is a PB for David.
That's a PB for David, and for Brass, that was off by only 20 seconds. Good lord.
Well, let's get them in here. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Good lord.
Hey, am I on?
What's up, guys?
I'm sorry, we lost our
So,
host.
3 seconds
Yeah.
difference?
Were you guys looking at each other at all? Did you guys know how close you were till the end?
I had no idea.
Hello.
Hello, GG.
How do you guys feel?
Machine.
That was pretty awesome.
I felt good after Flying Machine.
I can't be disappointed in a PB.
Never.
Thanks, man. Good job.
They know what.
Right. I am very sorry, Brass. That was actually it for you, huh?
I'm okay with that, you know, because I had a lot of fun with this race, and, you know, things happen in Flying Machine, and, you know, you do your best, and whatever happens, happens.
I am super proud of you. You definitely, like, both of you manned up on a lot of strats. I saw so many things from all of you.
I'm pretty sad I botched the tower spike rail.
Oh,
Did it
yeah.
get-
Right. But you did get the previous room jump off the tile blocks. Which reminds me, Brass, were you going for the Tolu super flip?
I was. I've been practicing that. I get it half the time. It's a lot of fun when you get it. Like, it's such a cool moment when it happens.
Yeah, you literally go airborne.
Did it give you a heart attack on Tower 2?
Yes.
Good, that's my goal. I was
Thank
having
you.
a lot of fun there.
This is not the Specter of Heart Attack tournaments.
Like, when you were in the Tower 1 auto-scroller, just dashing off the lanterns, I was like, okay, that's valid, that's fine. And then in Tower 2, you going on the elevator, just hopping off the sides. You know you can get crushed doing that, right?
I know, I've timed it a lot.
Okay.
I've practiced that so much just for today.
We've been going back and forth on the leaderboards. Like, I'm really glad this race lives up to the hype, because I was hyped.
Yeah, that was incredible, guys. Like,
Incredible race.
you both caught up to each other. Let's see. So, Brass,
I
you
think
fell
it was-
behind. You fell behind at the start until Clockwork Tower, when David took a spill in the Crusher gear room. He got back to the beginning, and then you were both caught up to each other.
And
You
then-
actually, you
and then
barely
we got-
pulled ahead.
And you guys changed places like 20 times since then.
Yeah. At that point, you pulled ahead after the first auto-scroller. You pulled ahead after Tinker. But when you fell in you fell down a couple of screens right before Security and Pridemore. That's when David caught back up again.
Yeah, there were so many janky moments that I was like, is this really happening? And
God, Polar
you know,
Knight.
you just gotta go with it. Like, some things I've never had happen, so just having to improvise right on the race and figure out, what am I gonna do here? Like, beginning of the race, getting stuck on the top of that first ascent. And I'm like, why am I just floating here? What do I need to do?
That was kind of funny to watch.
Well, looks like that's about it for Speed Gaming tonight. Just taking a look at their schedule. I think they're done for the evening on Speed Gaming 2. However, on Speed Gaming 3, they still have a Link to the Past randomizer scheduled. A little bit of that late night fun if you're looking for some more action here. And coming up on Saturday, we have Not So Newbie versus Applesauce for our next Specter of Torment tournament match.
I'll be playing whoever wins that one.
Yes, let me go ahead and update the bracket right now. Congratulations, David. You survive.
Good race,
I'm still
man.
alive.
Do you have any parting thoughts, boys?
You know, now it's time to get the sub 40. I have time to do that now.
Oh, wow, you're going in hard. Sub 40 is
You know,
not
like-
easy.
This
Still
is
gotta
never
get
easy
that
from the
Lich Lord.
start.
See, I knew that was a good idea, putting them in. I'm glad that it's motivating people.
Nah, I've always wanted the Bob Tolu, so that'll happen.
Nice.
That was a good goal. You gotta make sure you make your file an anime the entire time.
Oh, good lord.
Oh my gosh. I'll like put Sailor Moon at the end of that PB.
You can do that.
I think that about wraps it up then.
Alright, guys. Thanks for dropping by.
Yeah, thanks for commenting. Nice race, David. Really nice to race with you finally.
Yeah, good job, BrassWolf. That was awesome.
Way to run in Japanese.
Well, I am Mumu Akai.
I'm JC87. Have a great night, guys.
Stay spooky.